Hello everyone. See who's up there. Hopefully, I am live. And yes, I named today's live open, open for true love. Naked tips on dating. I know. So happy, grateful Wednesday, everyone. Dr. Auda Tover here with another Get Naked show. Yes, I'm going live with a topic that is it comes to the beginnings of the Get Naked, and it's something that I enjoy to talk about. So I decided in the midst of it all to come back to something that I really know and love to talk about and have helped so many people in the process. So I want to talk about dating. And I know a lot of people are not thinking about dating during these times, or maybe some people are because they are just realizing that relationships are that important and they want to make the most out of their time while we're here and find that love that really fulfills us and explore that possibility of finding true love and dating. And I know dating in today's times is kind of different. Hi, hello. So if you're out there, say hi and let me know where you're watching from. Again, this is Dr. Aura Tovar with the Kaneka Show. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that is dating, what to do and what not to do. And the naked tips that I'm going to give you today are going to help you find that desire love you so want. It's going to help you find that bond you're looking and craving for. I promise you. So stick with me because this is going to be a short live for the Get Naked show and is going to go over one of my favorite subjects. So yes, huge welcome back online. Look at you. So some of my favorite fans are on. So hi, thank you for watching. I hope you're well, whatever you're at. Is Grateful Wednesday. And yes, we're going to talk about some tips on dating and what the biggest mistake people make when dating. So if you have any clues what that is, as my son calls me, because this is how it usually goes. Oh, okay, let's have some help here. But anyways, if you have any clues on what those tips are that you think are the biggest mistakes people make when dating, you can post them below. I will take questions if you dare. You can be bold. This is the Get Naked show, and I know we're live here on Facebook. We're live also on YouTube, and probably this is going to be posted to the podcast. But yes, dating. What is the biggest thing that people do when dating? We've been told as women, and I'm going to be, I don't know if I have women, male, whomever is listening out there, we've been told that we need to know what we want, right? Which is very specific. I've been coaching for the Ganekas with the Ganeka system for almost 5 years now. So I always tell people you need to know what you want and you need to be really specific. So this is where I go with this, because not only that is the biggest thing they tell us, and that is almost, it could be one of our biggest fallbacks. It could be the biggest thing that is just helps us fail at this whole thing dating, and then we create all these stories in our mind and we just literally retract and we steal ourselves from the possibilities of meeting that amazing person, of having a true bond, of growing into our best versions and having somebody there that understands us and can grow with us, etc., and create that empire that we can when we are both working together towards common goals. So the biggest thing that I tell people, yes, you need to know. So have you ever, if you're a woman out there, have you ever made a list of all the details of all the qualities you want the specific partner to have? If you have, raise your hand. I know I have definitely done that. And yeah, I used to, put that list and read it. I'm going to tell you the biggest thing about that list, because yes, it's okay to make that list, but as soon as you make that list, you need to get rid of it. You need to literally just release it into the universe, because hanging on to the list is almost like if you have all these things to choose and you just want to stay in the one little side of the store and just grab that, and you grab on so tight that you're stealing the possibilities of releasing your hands so you can grab on to so many other things that are available for you. So sometimes getting stuck on that list while we are preparing ourselves for dating is our biggest downfall. Okay, because you have to make that list, you decide what you want, you write it, and then you have to release it. You release it. Second tip that's very important when it comes to dating. And again, if you're out there, say hi. If you have had issues dating, especially dating in today's times, dating in Corona times is definitely challenging a bit, but I'm going to give you also some tips on how you can make it most fun, productive, and to create the best return for your time investment. Okay, because I understand, at least as an entrepreneur and a busy professional, that time, it could be time. It could take a lot of time to date and to get to know people, right? But I'm going to give you the tips to make it more fun, more productive, and more empowering, shall we say? Because if you feel empowered by this whole experience, it's just going to be amazing no matter what the outcome. And I know that it's hard to understand when I tell you that no matter what the outcome is going to be great, but trust me, I've gone through enough with the Get Naked series, and I could write a whole book on dating, and I've dated a lot, and and it's going to be weird for me to say I haven't had one bad experience, because it all taught me lessons, and it just helped me understand how I was going to be more open to have the best life that I could. Okay, so tip number one, naked tip, decide what you want. Write it down, be really specific, and then you're going to grab that list and you're literally going to release it, or you're going to put it away in a place that you're not going to see it. This is not like the law of attraction that you need to see that check that says $1 million every single day if you want to achieve it. No, that's not how this works. You're going to release it you can release it with a prayer. You can release it in your mind. You're going to release it into the universe. Then you're going to choose how much time investment do you want to put into dating. Whatever you don't allocate time for, life will allocate time for you. So if you want to make it happen, you have to plan for it. So you can, I don't know, if you're busy professional and you can allocate, okay, I'm going to dedicate 4 hours of my time to get a date, right? And then after I get a date, I'm going to allocate 2 hours or 15 minutes for the first date. And see, you got to have some kind of a plan that you're also going to release, but it's just going to create a room in your mind for that possibility, because we then put these excuses, I'm too busy, I don't have time. And then you hear yourself complaining, I'm just, I'm alone again on Christmas, or I wish I had this person, but you just haven't put in the effort. You don't want to put yourself out there because maybe, just maybe, you're stuck to the story that you did try in the past and it didn't go well, that you had a relationship and it failed, that you put yourself out there and you did the dating thing and you just met a bunch of jerks, according to you, right? So you have all those stories and you literally need to grab all those stories, whether you write them down. And this is another exercise. You're going to grab them and you're also going to release them. Because if you don't remove all those stories from the past, you are stealing again the opportunity that you have to create new adventures, to create new possibilities, to create new miracles, to meet amazing people, to be able to connect at a deeper level, to find that true love that you so want. You are stealing. So you got to grab the stories from your past. The stories teach us, but they don't define us fully. And the moment you release and you're just fully open and you're just not seeing every man or every woman that comes across as, as somebody that's going to take advantage of you, somebody that is going to hurt you, somebody that is there just to steal your time, to waste your time, then you are opened again. And this whole thing has a theme, because the whole theme with Get Naked to Thrive is you release, you let go, to empower yourself with what you want. And yes, you have to release, but you first need to accept what you need to release and reflect how you got there. But we're going to do a lot of exercises into letting go, because that's how you are going to have the most fun and the most opportunities while dating. So we already defined what we want and we let it go. We set time apart of what we are willing to invest in this beautiful venture that we call dating. We are going to we're going to put ourselves in the right mindset, thinking that, again, if you choose to date, it's because you guys want to have fun. And raise your hand if you want something different, but you want to have fun. You need to have fun first. And in order to meet different people, in order to see if you have a connection, you need to be willing to have fun. It cannot be a task. It cannot be another job. Okay, I'm gonna date, meet this, then narrow it down and then put a line. And trust me, this comes from a girl that used to plan. They used to plan to the T, almost every single day. My year had a planning, and I knew where I was gonna be 3 months from now, 6 months from now, what was gonna be in the bank account, etc. And I realized that planning is good, but being that strict and that expectation kills so much more. So I recommend that you choose to have fun. You choose how much time you're going to put, and you're going to see it as your fun time. This is time that you're going to spend having fun. Again, not definition, not major expectation. And you're going to, number 4, you're going to let go of your past stories. Whatever stories you have towards dating, and if you don't have any stories, then probably you haven't been dating at all. But if you're single, you're out there, if you have put yourself at any time in your life dating and you're still single, that means you have stories towards dating. You might believe it's a waste of your time, or you only meet losers, or they are there just to take advantage of you, or whatever it is. You need to release those stories so you can open yourself up to the greatness that is out there, with the miracles that can occur when we really, really, really are naked, free of our hang-ups, and open to the possibilities. Okay, so we are going to choose to detach from the outcome, because when we meet somebody, and raise your hand, let me know, message me if you have been there. You meet somebody, whether it's online dating or somebody introduced to you, and now I know most people are doing online dating and doing the first, all the questions and all these things. You start visualizing on how it will be. You start visualizing, oh my God, our first date, second date, maybe 3 months down the road, a year, maybe by then. And you start planning and putting all this pressure on something that is barely getting started. So when you put all that pressure, even if it was going to be something beautiful, you just destroyed it by the pressure. So you have to release the expectations. The moment you detach, you avoid the resistance that might come, and you're just literally open to the outcome, because you are there to be your best self, to be yourself, which is my next topic, okay? Too many times we pretend to be somebody that we're not, and we show up and pretend this persona that you think you need to be in the dating scene. And no, you don't need to be anything. You need to be you. And you show up if you want to have fun, if you're really open to be light. Maybe it can just be a person you meet and you end up doing business with. Maybe it can just become a great friend. Maybe it can become a boyfriend to one of your girlfriends. It doesn't really matter. You're opening yourself up to the possibility. I'm here sharing an office and it's just getting crazy. But yeah, you're opening yourself up to the possibility of what can happen without you having to decide it before that date, or before, even if you are past the first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 dates, and you are already visualizing and putting all this pressure on the relationship, is going to stop the growth from that relationship. Trust me on this. So stop with the list and the expectations. If you detach it, you're going to find this brand new freedom that is going to give you emotionally free to really explore, to really know if you want to be in there, if you want to keep sharing space time with this other person, if you want to grow in the same direction, if you guys have similar goals and values that is going to get you in the direction you want to go. So very, very important that you fully detach and that you show up being yourself. Because when it comes to dating, you don't want to portray somebody you're not, and eventually truth comes out, and then you're both disappointed. In order to get true love, first of all, you have to love yourself. If you do not love yourself, do not expect a significant other or a partner to love you. That's just not how it works. You love yourself first, and then you value yourself, you value your time. And because you value your time, you're going to be yourself, because if they don't like you, being yourself, you shouldn't be spending any time with them. You shouldn't pretend to be anybody you're not. You should be your true colors all the time, because it's going to give you the best naked chance, a real connection that is going to last. If you want a real connection that's going to last, you better start with the truth, because if not, the truth always comes out. Haven't you ever been in a relationship or been in, here my son is walking in, everybody is walking in this office, ever been in a relationship in which you realize that they're not who you thought they were, or maybe they were showing you some tips and you just didn't want to see it because you had this expectation of what that person might be, because he already clicked so many of the boxes you already had, and then you portrayed and you put your expectations on top of who he really wasn't or who she really wasn't, and you just build up this persona that it was not true. And then when it all crumbles, you blame him or you blame her, you blame yourself, and then you create a different story that is just going to push you back from meeting the right person, from putting yourself out there again and being your best self and then most naked, honest self, to be open to having fun and meeting new people. Okay, because the one thing we're going to regret the most is not really putting ourselves out there and meeting new people. You're going to regret that more than just saying than meeting people that maybe were not the one, because you always gain more out of the interaction than you lose. You always do. And this comes from a girl that's been divorced twice and had an abusive relationship, and I can tell you from the bottom of my heart how I gained so much from those relationships, even this horrible relationship that I jumped in and I allowed into my life. So by having that kind of abuse, and I got to know myself, I got to know my value, I got to grow, I expanded, I had experiences that I could have never dreamed of. So, hey, it's all good. Even the bad is good. And again, comes from me. I got to date a lot. And I get to the point that I could. Hi, Paula, how are you? I love talking about this, you know it. So I got to meet so many people because I got really good at dating. So I knew like to meet them really quickly. I wouldn't do the 300 questions because I knew people lied. And within 10 to 15 minutes, I pretty much knew if I wanted to see that person again, or if they were just going to become an acquaintance, or they were going to become a client, or they were going to become somebody that I would refer to, or whatever it was. It was going to be either a short interaction, a long interaction. It could be a personal relationship or a business relationship. I kind of knew. And I met so many amazing guys. I've been very lucky. Yes, there were some guys that told me things that I'd never thought I was going to hear, but I thought it was funny. And I always learned and laughed and enjoyed my time the best I could, because it was my time. I valued my time. So I knew how to spend it, and I opened myself up to be completely like a blank canvas to just have fun. And I will tell you, at least 98% of the time I did have a great time, and I created long-term relationships, whether it was emotional or not. And I don't regret one thing. So I feel when I hear women complaining, or I see men complaining, no, all the women out there just want my money, or all the men out there are jerks and just want one thing. I mean, I go back to realizing that these naked tips are super important. So decide what you want and release it. Set time apart for dating and having fun. Release all your past stories. Put your efforts into realizing that you want to have fun. And this comes by releasing all the past stories and just stay open like a blank canvas. Okay? Choose to detach from the outcome. Do not jump into a date or a relationship considering the whole everything that is going to happen, because people change, situations change. And if you haven't learned that in 2020, then you need to open your eyes and awaken to a new reality, that we cannot be stuck in our ways, and we're going to alter, change, deviate. And the more flexible you can become, the happier you will be. If I were to be stuck on my ways, I will be really miserable, because a lot of the things that I love are changing, and I know they're going to change back. I have this faith in God that they're going to. However, in the meantime, I need to release it and know that there's something that I need to learn. There's something that needs to awaken within me in order for me to be my best self during this changing times. Okay, I don't consider a new normal. I don't even like that word, and we're not going to get into that topic because we're talking about dating. So if you want to be emotionally free, to actually be the blank canvas that can attract that true love that you so want, you have to learn to detach and to not live in the future, to live in the right now. And very, very important, to get in touch with your gut, because your gut always knows, especially when it comes to dating. But if you have too much noise and too much visualization of what you want this outcome to be, it's going to cloud your actual present. It's going to cloud that feeling that is actually telling you run the opposite way, or keep on going, or give him another chance, or have some faith. He might not cross every box, but look how much laughter I've had in this time. You just stay open and flexible, because that is going to create magic moments, and it's going to create the possibilities that you so can have when you get naked with these systems for dating. Dating should be fun. Dating can be fun. Dating is fun, period. Okay, so just open yourself up. Stop trying to analyze every single thing. Listen to your gut feeling and stay in the present. Because when you do stay in the present, you will know, you will listen to your heart's desires, you will become yourself. And that beautiful self that knows and values herself or himself will attract such another soul in order to enjoy life that we got, this gift that we've been given. And relationships to me are one of the most precious things. I think without health or relationships, there is nothing else. You can have all the money in the world. If you don't have health, we definitely cannot enjoy it. So stay well adjusted, stay in tune, above, down, inside out, and let the miracle that your body has heal itself. And if you don't have relationships to share that with, you also have nothing. Because if we have learned anything in this 2020, and now we're in July now, is that what truly matters, right? They took away all our entertainment, and what truly matters is our health and the people we can share with, and how we can figure out to give our gifts to the world. And you cannot give your gifts to the world if you're not happy and fulfilled. And if being in love or finding the perfect person, which there's no such a thing as a perfect person, might be the perfect person for you, if being in love and finding the partner of your dreams is something you really long for, you need to release the longing for it in order to attract it. And how do you release the longing for it? You just put yourself out there and you stay in the present by removing all the expectations. So I hope, oh, Paula, look at there. I don't know if you're still there. Love and appreciate you. I know that I love talking to my friends about this topic, because it's something that that maybe we think about but we don't talk about. So if you think it's time for you to stop complaining about dating or being a victim when it comes to dating, just contact me. Organica Series has a lot of free tools, and we can have a chat. Actually, we can just schedule a chat. We can sit down, talk for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it takes, and I can guide you in the right direction, because you deserve an amazing life, and you have to see it, feel it, believe it, then release it in order to attract it. So I hope this was helpful. And for more tools, you can go here, or you can go right there. I think I moved that, drauda.com. You can message me in Facebook. I think is the easiest way, or in YouTube. You can message me both ways. Dr-auda.com has all the different links to my websites. And yes, and I'm always available. Just reach out to me. If you're not having fun dating, or you are too stuck in your stories from your past dating stories, it's time to do something about it, and just to release it, so you can have the magic and freedom that it can come from detaching. Detaching, letting go, and getting naked is the way to go. So I hope you enjoy this. If you liked it, let me know. Definitely let me know what else you would like to hear about. This is a topic that I love and appreciate. I just love helping people find their true love, which indeed comes from within. But when it comes to dating, I could talk about for a long, long time. So I hope you enjoy this, and maybe I'll do something else on how to avoid the walk of shame. I think that's a great topic, because the biggest mistake when it comes to dating is hanging on to the outcomes and not being yourself. But yes, we can talk a little bit more about that. And so we don't have to be a victim, and we can empower ourselves with the best life we deserve, because it's all about the moments and the quality, not so much the quantity. So I love and appreciate you guys. Thank you for being on. It's my pleasure to share with you. If you like these topics, let me know. And thank you so much for rating my podcast, for listening and sharing with others. Sharing is indeed caring. Stay naked, stay true. God bless. Ciao.